So the Apostle John, he knew a ton of stuff. So he leaves this message for people to understand. And you know how Yeshua said, those who have ears to hear and those who don't. And great is the fall of that house. And many will come to me in that day and say, Lord, Lord. And he'll say, depart from me. I don't even know who you are, you workers of iniquity. Okay, so here, John is talking about some things. Behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. Obviously, that's not the ones that say, where he says, depart from me, you workers of iniquity, right? Therefore, and he says, great is the fall of that house that didn't listen to what he said. That's Matthew 7, but I won't get there. You can read it yourself. Therefore, the world knows us not. So the world doesn't know who the sons of God are, because it knew him not. They don't even know his name. They're following the Antichrist, which is all through 1 John as well, but you can figure that one out. Beloved, now are we the sons of God, and it does not yet appear what we shall be, but we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. And every man that has this hope in him purifies himself even as he is pure. I wonder what else they did. Like First John, he's giving you all this information, but there's just some little tidbits that the apostate church won't listen to, like this one. And hereby we know that we know him, that's the Messiah, if we keep his commandments. He that says, I know him and keeps not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in him. What are those two commandments he elevated? You see, the Christian church does not know that there are two commandments from the Old Testament that he magnified and made honorable, as the prophet Isaiah in chapter 42 said he was going to do. And Moses, really. Moses told you he's going to come and teach the world the 10 commandments. And then he elevated those two commandments, which is Deuteronomy 6, which means to keep the 10 commandments and always pay attention to prophecy. That's what that means. The other commandment is just like it, Yeshua said, and you go and tell your neighbors, your brothers, your sisters, especially the Christian church, to obey God or get out of the church. That's why Paul said to publicly rebuke anyone who sins in the church right in front of everybody so they learn to fear. So if a church doesn't do that, like if they break the Sabbath day, for instance, if your pastor Bob isn't rebuking you guys for breaking the Sabbath day, then you got a problem. Oh shit, you guys don't even keep the Sabbath day in the apostate church in the last days at all, do you? Hereby we know that we know him if we keep his commandments. He that says he knows him and keeps not his commandments is a liar, and the truth is not in them. How about we go to verse or chapter 5 of the same book? See how John concludes with this one. Whoever believes that Yeshua is the Messiah is born of God, not the Christmas Jesus guy. And everyone that loves him, that begat, loves him also that is begotten of him. We know our brothers and sisters, in other words. By this that we know we love the children of God. Isn't that gracious of us? To love the children of God and keep the commandments because we love the children of God. That's why we keep the Sabbath holy, so that they have the opportunity to get the healing and the wisdom and all that stuff when God is drawing near to us. But you didn't know that's in the Bible, right? I know. You don't know nothing. I'm talking to you pastors. The Bible, read Jude about yourself. You were ordained for this condemnation, for teaching my people to break the commandments of God. Woe to you, pastors. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. For whoever is born of God, whoever is born again, overcomes this world, and this is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith. And the just shall live by faith, which again is in Ezekiel 18, about those who keep his commandments.